Welcome to Slate Tablets, a weekly video series brought to you by the ePirate blog. In this series, we're going to take a look at how Slate tablets such as the Apple iPad and the Lenovo ThinkPad tablet are impacting higher education. The question has been asked, why tablets? What makes them such an interesting and compelling piece of hardware compared to everything else that's currently available on the market? Whether it's the portability, size, or newness factor, the results cannot be overlooked. The Pew Research Center earlier this week published a paper. Tablet and ebook reader ownership nearly doubled over the holiday gift-giving period. That's a significant increase in devices in people's hands, and it's only a matter of time before more and more of these devices start showing up in classrooms. The current popularity of Slate tablet devices, I believe, has a lot to do with the variety in operating systems. Android and iOS being the two large operating systems today. The variety in sizes, the 10-inch Lenovo ThinkPad, the 7-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab, the iPad, the Barnes & Noble Nook, the Kindle Fire, the ViewPad, the Micro Cruise. Also of interest is the variety in pricing. While the iPad remains at the $500 price mark for their entry-level device, there are entry-level Android devices at the $100 mark. You can also find Android devices at that $500 mark and up to the $700 mark competing with the higher-end iPads. The variety of sizes, operating systems, and pricing also plays a part in the variety of end uses for these Slate tablet devices. Whether it's watching video, writing in a blog, browsing the web, checking email, as an e-reader, virtually any Slate tablet device can perform a wide variety of functions. Focusing more on educational uses, the next series of slides will focus in on three specific areas: general productivity, writing and critical thinking, and event documentation. General productivity, whether in the classroom or in the office setting. Taking notes, basic file management, and access to reading material is near universal, no matter what work environment you find yourself in. Evernote, a free note-taking app available for the iOS, the iPad, and for the Android devices, the Lenovo ThinkPad tablet, the Motorola Xoom, is a well-known and well-regarded note-taking app. This app allows everything from keyword searches to accessing your notes from any device. You start writing a note with your laptop, you finish it from your tablet. All the notes are stored in the cloud. You're using your device to access the Evernote server. Notes Mobile is an Android-specific app available on the Lenovo ThinkPad Android tablet. Notes Mobile differentiates itself with the ability to write with a stylus, balancing chemical equations, sketching out a physics, balancing motion, balancing forces, a number of different ways to integrate that functionality. Basic file management, whether Dropbox or Box.net. Again, the concept is storing your files in the cloud, but accessing them on whatever device you have at hand. The idea of having one file and trying to synchronize it to every device I own versus I have one file and I can use every device I own to access that one file. Slightly different way of thinking. No more thumb drives, just store your files. Dropbox offers 2 gigabytes of free file storage. You can pay for more, and that's how they make their profit. Box.net has a similar option. Ebooks. The Kindle revolutionized the ebook, and tablets are taking it to a new level. The Amazon Kindle is a great device. The only catch is you can only purchase material from the Amazon Kindle store. With a Slate tablet device, such as the Android, you have access to Google Books. You also have access to the Kindle application and access to the Amazon Kindle store. You also have access to the Barnes & Noble Nook app and everything that Barnes & Noble sells. The iPad has the iBooks. The Android system has Google Books. There are some slight differences, but the basic concept remains the same. Writing and critical thinking. RSS and news aggregators, such as the Pulse newsreader, allow you to read a variety of sources, newspapers, magazines, journals, news networks, in one central location. Beyond reading and absorbing that material in one location, Pulse allows you to share that information, to send that out to email, to Evernote, to your Google Plus account, to your Twitter account, to your WordPress account. Beyond reading, the critical thinking and the writing aspect. By reading something in Pulse and then sharing it with somebody, sharing it directly in an email, sharing it in a class blog with some analysis. Why is this important? Why is this a critical news event? Why is this critical to what's going on within a specific field of study? The integration of a number of apps with blogs is key to this real-time writing, and as much as the instructor reviewing, having the peers review and having your peers comment on your work. The blog structure is a great function for that. Here's this resource, here's my analysis, and then opening it up to what are the other analysis? What did I miss? What did I get right? WordPress is one blogging platform, and there is a very nice integration on the Android system and the iPad system as well, so that you can very quickly go from reading an article to writing about it, to getting feedback about it. It's not just that I'm reading 3 hours a day, it's that I'm writing an additional 3 hours a day, and that I'm reading feedback on what I'm writing as well. Event documentation. Within higher education, as within the general work environment, there are a number of items that benefit from being documented, either with still images or with short video clips. Science labs, beyond here's how we set it up and here's how our results in a written documentation, including a video of the chemical reaction, including a still image of the before and after setup. An art history class going to a museum. Here's how this piece of artwork was lit. The discussion of how that lighting affects the image, affects the sculpture. Placing not just the discussion of that work, but a discussion of how that work is presented, and having the image, having the video to reference. Regardless of what type of class, a weekly summary. 3 types of summaries come to mind. Key highlights of the week's material. What information do I still feel fuzzy about? And what information am I comfortable with? Those videos can be posted. Those audio clips can be posted. Students can then see that, hey, wait a minute, I'm not alone. Somebody else is fuzzy on this. The instructor can see, okay, 30% of the class or 80% of the class has this question, and then judge how best to address and refresh that material. Teacher education. Within teacher education, the idea of micro-teaching, teaching to a group of 3 or 4 of your peers, having that recorded so you can view and self-critique at a later point in time. End of semester presentations. Group presentations are great, but they do take up quite a bit of class time. Have those presentations done outside of class, recorded, posted online. Have the comments and the discussions go for a week instead of for 5 minutes. Thank you for watching our inaugural episode of Slate Tablets. Please stay tuned, as next week we will continue to bring specific applications. We'll actually delve into the workings of one application a week, and we'll also explore different ways of integrating devices such as Slate tablets into higher education. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them as comments to this posting on the ePirate blog, epirate.shu.edu. Thank you. Have a good day.